Edit configuration files inside C Hadoop 2.9.2 etc Hadoop. These are the five major files inside this particular given path that we need to be configure, we need to be provide new properties for configuring our Hadoop system as a standalone cluster. So let's have a look over this core site XML first. Let me show you where you are going to be find these particular files. Click on computer, the C Hadoop, inside Hadoop etc, then Hadoop, then these are the four major files. First one is core site XML, next is HDFS site XML, next one is MapRed site XML. You might have not got this as you extracted your Hadoop into C, but alternate to this you will get MapRed site xml.template. You have to be rename this file. First copy this file here in this folder and rename this, remove this dot template, it would become like MapRed site.xml. Next and last one is yarn site XML. The last one would be Hadoop environment CMD. So these are five files we are going to be configured according to us. First we are taking here the core site XML. You need to provide this particular configuration settings to this particular XML file. Let me take you towards edit this with any editor you got, the simple editor like notepad or the notepad plus plus in my case. Initially you would get this blank. Let me show you the original folder where we got this Hadoop. Originally Hadoop etc Hadoop core site XML, like this you will going to be get like this, and later on we have to be write this much of configuration into this. Okay, let explore this configuration. What is this? This is the configuration. It is a XML file, so everything would be in a XML way. Configuration, under configuration you are going to be create a new node of property. Under this you are going to be create a last node like name, in which name you are going to be provide your distributed file system name fs default fs which is already been used by Hadoop. Then value hdfs, the local host, and port 9000 means our hdfs would be directed to this particular path. The next file is hdfs site. In a similar fashion as we discussed the previous one, we are going to be get the blank similar like this. We are going to be get this particular configuration blank over here in this hdfs site.xml. We are going to be provide sorry this much of properties to this. We know well HDFS site means it is the major thing and the major architecture of our HDFS. In this we are going to be provide these three properties. First properties is the replication. Replication means for the metadata of name node, how much time we are going to be replicate our data which we are going to be provide to our HDFS for storage and for processing later. Next property would be like your name node directory path and your data node directory path. In the second one property, you are going to be provide distributed file system name node dot name dot directory. You are doing nothing, but you are telling your DFS where is your name node and data node. As you created this folder data, inside this data folder you created this name node, and this name node is having path like this, control C. So you did nothing, but you provide DFS distributed file system dot name node dot name dot directory, and you copied this path here only, means you are telling my name node is this. Then similar way you need to be provide the configuration to your data node and path here. DFS data node just have a difference over here. This was the name node, this is the data node. Dot name dot directory means you are telling the complete path of your data node directory, which is here only. Let's go back the data node, copy this, control C, and paste it here. So this is the complete configuration for HDFS site.xml. Next file we are going to be configure is mapred. Mapred, okay, this is not the original extracted folder, but this one. So next we are going to configure our mapred. You all know what is mapred. Map reduce algorithms XML or the source file. So this is your mapred thing. Initially you are going to be get like this blank. You need to be add property over here in this mapred. Mapreduce dot framework dot name means which particular framework is going to be handle your mapreduce job. And we all know our cluster is already been handled by the yarn in every Hadoop case. So we are going to be provide this particular thing. Let's take these things towards this presentation. Also in HDFS you are going to be perform this configuration. In this configuration we need to be add three properties. The first, the replication factor, how much time you want to be get replicated your particular data blocks. Then the property of your name node directory, where your name node directory resides into your HDFS kind of or your Hadoop configuration. Then the data node, the data node directory complete path you need to be provide over here. Next is the mapred, mapreduce site.xml, the configuration file for the mapreduce, in which we are going to be tell just the framework which is going to be handle our resources during our mapreduce task. So we have to be add this property mapreduce.framework.name, and the framework would be like yarn only. The last major configuration is yarn.site.xml, means how yarn is going to be handle things. So we need to be configure same. We have to be provide two major properties to the yarn framework. First, the yarn name, sorry, the yarn node manager. We know the yarn is going to be handle two things, the node manager and the resource manager. So this is the thing we are going to be provide, that yarn is going to be handle our MapReduce task, and we know the MapReduce task is divided into the MapReduce things, which is first we are going to be shuffle things, and then it is going to be handle those shuffle things by the shuffle handler. So we have to be provide first property in name value thing. Similarly, we provide it to the HDFS site, to the core site. So name yarn dot node manager dot auxiliary services. This is the auxiliary service of this yarn framework. Next is value map reduce shuffle, means how it is going to be take. These are already been defined. These are the libraries actually which is come into the picture when this yarn site XML is run out behind this run framework. The property yarn dot node manager dot auxiliary map reduce shuffle class. This is the Java class. It is going to be uh, running out while it is going to be handled this node manager. org.apache.hadoop.mapreduce shuffle handler would be the value of this class. This is going to be called this particular property from this class only. Next and last one, the Hadoop environment cmd. This is a batch file of command lines. We are going to be set only the Java home path into this. Let's take a look over this. How you can open this, go to this. Oh, we are having over here, okay, and we are searching for Hadoop environment, this one. So click on edit notepad. Initially this would not be here, but you need to be provide this as your Java home path. You need to be consider one more thing here. Your Java home path would have not looked like this, but it would have been like, see, program files, in my case Java is here, this and this, copy this, control C, okay, go there. I am just trying to be show you the difference. I made changes. This would be like this here, see, programs space file, but being a path of something repository, we need not to provide any blank spaces in between. So if you are using Java from your program files, you need to be make changes to remove this. Use your tilde sign and 1 for program file folder. If you are using your Java from your C program files x86 64-bit, then you have to be make changes like 2. Please be considered on this. If you are using your Java as a 32-bit thing, you need to be provide this PROZRA up to PROZRA only, tilde sign 1 if you are taking your Java from your program files, and if you are taking Java from program files x86, then you need to be provide 2 here. Hope you are very much clear about this.